The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a spectacular day to talk about the absolute wild roller coaster that is Genoa City. We have an unbelievable amount of jaw-dropping drama to unpack from the latest developments, so grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the absolute madness together. I cannot believe they actually went there with Billy Abbott. I am literally typing this up late at night. My hands are shaking over my keyboard, and I just need to get this out of my system because I am so incredibly furious. I mean, I have been watching this show for years. I've been a dedicated fan since 2015, and this is without a doubt the absolute worst, most despicable, most heartless thing they have ever had Billy do. And that is saying a lot, considering his massive track record of terrible decisions. I just can't believe he actually looked her in the eyes and said those words. I am shaking with rage. React first, explain later, right? Okay. So Billy Abbott has officially lost his mind. He has crossed a line that he can never, ever come back from. I'm sorry, but sleeping with Audra Charles? And not just sleeping with her, but completely throwing Sally Spectra away like she means absolutely nothing to him. I am disgusted. I am so thoroughly disgusted by his behavior that I don't even know if I can look at his character the same way again. We all knew Billy was a mess. We all knew he was a walking disaster area. But this level of cruelty is just off the charts. It is a new low, even for him. Because let's talk about his justification for a second. Billy has convinced himself that Sally is completely indifferent to him. He has spent weeks obsessing over the idea that Sally is still in love with Adam Newman. And okay, maybe Sally does still look at Adam with that lingering sadness. Maybe she is waiting for a chance to reunite with the father of her late baby, Ava. I know some people are loving this whole Billy is just protecting his heart narrative. But personally, I think it's a massive cop-out. Billy is just deeply, fundamentally insecure. He has always been insecure. He always feels like he is the second choice in every relationship he has ever been in, and instead of dealing with that like an adult, he sabotages everything. But does that give him the right to go out and blow up his entire life? No, it absolutely does not. Billy saw Sally looking at Adam. He felt his fragile little ego crack. And instead of being a grown man and having a conversation with his partner, he runs straight into the arms of Audra Charles. Audra, the ultimate corporate shark, the woman who has been playing everyone in Genoa City like a fiddle since the day she arrived. And Billy just falls right into her bed because she strokes his ego and makes him feel like a powerful king. It is pathetic. It is truly, deeply pathetic. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me backtrack to the actual hookup. Because the consequences of this little rendezvous came fast. Like, incredibly fast. The consequences hit them like a freight train, and what is the ultimate consequence in soap opera land? A baby. Yes, you heard me right. A baby. Audra and Billy sleep together, and suddenly there is a baby involved. I mean, we all know Audra told Sally about her past miscarriage with Noah Newman, which makes this entire situation so much more twisted and layered. And now, Billy has created this massive, life-altering mess. But the way Billy reacted? I am screaming at my television. I am literally yelling. Because when the consequences hit, Billy wasn't even scared. He wasn't panicked. He didn't have a breakdown like the old Billy Abbott would have. No, this new, delusional, power-hungry Billy just accepted it. He accepted what he has now. He accepted the baby. He looked at the absolute nuclear disaster he made of his life and decided, you know what? I'm going to own this. And part of me is like, wow. Finally, Billy is taking responsibility for his actions. But actually, no, he's just being a heartless monster who doesn't care who he destroys in the process. Can we talk about the confrontation scene for a minute? Because Courtney Hope deserves all the Emmy Awards for that performance. When Sally found out about the betrayal, the scream that came out of her, it chilled me to my core. It was visceral. It was the sound of a woman who has been broken down, who has lost everything, who tried to trust a man who promised he would be her safe harbor, only to have him rip her heart out and stomp on it. Sally was screaming, crying, completely falling apart right in front of him. You could feel her agony through the screen. And what did Billy do? He told her to go to Adam. He literally stood there, completely stone-faced, devoid of any human empathy, and told the woman he supposedly loved to go back to her ex. Go to Adam. We don't fit together anyway. I mean, are you kidding me? How cold can you be? How absolutely devoid of a soul do you have to be to look at a woman who is sobbing over your betrayal and just coldly dismiss her like she's a bad business deal? Billy Abbott is dead to me. He is officially dead to me. I cannot defend him anymore. And it gets worse, because Billy didn't just dump her. He had to twist the knife. He had to stand there and proudly declare that he wants to live with Audra Charles. He wants to build a life with Audra, accept this new baby. And here is the absolute cherry on top of this delusional sundae: he wants to rule Chancellor with Audra. He actually said it out loud. He wants to take over the Chancellor Empire and sit on the throne with Audra by his side. Let's just pause and process that level of sheer, unadulterated arrogance. Billy Abbott thinks he is going to take over Chancellor Industries. Did he completely forget who he is dealing with? Did he forget that Lily Winters and Kane Ashby are currently gearing up for the corporate war of the century? Billy marched into the GCAC, claimed that the Abbotts technically own Chancellor because of some ancient, unpaid financial bailout from John Abbott, and now he thinks he's a king. He thinks he has the legal high ground, and that everyone is just going to bow down to him. I'm sorry, but remember when they tried this ruthless corporate raider storyline with Billy before? Remember the gum-chewing, gambling, reckless Billy who almost destroyed his family's legacy? Yeah, it didn't work then either. What makes him think it's going to work now? Lily is going to chew him up and spit him out. Kane is going to destroy him. Lily built that company from the ground up, and she is not going to let her reckless ex-husband waltz in and steal it just because he found some old paperwork. And Audra? Audra is going to use him until he has nothing left, and then she's going to take Chancellor for herself. Am I the only one who sees this train wreck coming from a mile away? Billy is acting like he is the smartest guy in the room, but he is completely blinded by his own massive ego. He thinks Audra is his loyal partner in crime, but Audra only cares about Audra. She even warned him. A few episodes ago, she literally warned him that his obsession with Chancellor was going to destroy his personal life. And what did he do? He ignored her, slept with her, got her pregnant or accepted this baby consequence, and blew up his life anyway. He walked right into the trap with his eyes wide open. And let's talk about Adam Newman. Oh my god, Adam is going to go absolute nuclear. If Billy thinks he can just make Sally scream and cry and get away with it, he has another thing coming. Adam may be dealing with his own messy drama with Chelsea right now. And yeah, they have a lot of unresolved toxic history to work through. But Adam will always protect Sally. Sally is the love of Adam's life, even if they aren't together right now. When Adam finds out that Billy cheated on Sally, chose Audra, and then coldly told Sally to run back to him, Adam is going to destroy Billy. It won't even be a fair fight. Adam is going to systematically dismantle Billy's life piece by piece. He will use every resource Newman Media and Victor Newman have to crush Billy into dust. And honestly, I am here for it. I am grabbing my popcorn, and I am ready to watch Adam Newman burn Billy Abbott to the ground. Because Billy deserves it. He deserves every single bit of bad karma that is coming his way. You don't just play with people's lives like this. You don't just use a woman's lingering trauma against her to justify your own cheating. Billy knew Sally was struggling. He knew she was still mourning Ava. He knew she was complicated, and that her heart was torn. But instead of loving her through it, instead of being the supportive partner he promised to be, he used her lingering glances at Adam as an excuse to jump ship the second things got hard. It is the coward's way out. So now we have Billy and Audra, the new power couple of Genoa City. Give me a break. I give them 3 months, tops. Audra is a survivor. She aligns herself with whoever has the most power and the most money. Right now, Billy is riding high on this delusional belief that he owns Chancellor. But the second Lily and Kane pull the rug out from under him, and they will, because Lily is a powerhouse, and Kane is fighting dirty, Audra is going to drop Billy so fast his head will spin. She is not going to stick around to play house and raise a baby with a broke, defeated Billy Abbott. Wait, let me just think about the Abbott family dynamic for a second. Jack is already dealing with Diane's paranoia, and Patty Williams being an absolute psychopath. Jack is recovering from being stabbed, for crying out loud, and now he has to deal with his brother starting a massive corporate war, dumping Sally, and having a baby with Audra Charles? Jack is going to have a heart attack. Jill is going to have a heart attack. The entire Abbott family is going to collapse under the weight of Billy's stupidity. Jack has tried so hard to keep Billy on the straight and narrow, but Billy just loves the chaos too much. I know I'm ranting, but I just can't get over the sheer audacity of Billy telling Sally to go to Adam. It's like he wanted to hurt her. It wasn't just a breakup, it was a calculated strike at her deepest vulnerabilities. He knew that throwing Adam in her face would be the ultimate insult. It's so manipulative. It's so cruel. It's classic Billy Abbott, isn't it? He ruins everything good in his life and then blames the woman for it. He can never just say, I messed up. He always has to make it the other person's fault. You were looking at Adam, so I had to sleep with Audra. Make it make sense. I mean, look at his history. Look at Victoria. Look at Lily. Look at Chelsea. Every single time Billy gets a good woman, he self-destructs. But this time feels different. This time he isn't crying and begging for forgiveness. He isn't going to rehab. He isn't looking for redemption. He is doubling down on his villain era. He is proudly standing by his terrible choices. He is looking at the wreckage of his relationship with Sally and saying, "Yeah, I did that, and I don't care. I want to live with Audra. I want to rule Chancellor." Those words are going to haunt him. Mark my words, Billy is going to regret this. He is going to regret this so deeply, but by the time he realizes what he has done, it will be too late. Sally will have moved on. Adam will have destroyed his business ventures. Lily will have locked him out of Chancellor forever. And Audra will have taken whatever money he has left and skipped town. Billy is going to end up completely alone, and he will have absolutely no one to blame but himself. And what about Sally? My heart just breaks for her. She has been through so much. She lost her career, she lost her baby, she lost Adam, and now she has lost the man who promised to be her safe harbor. But you know what? I think this is exactly what Sally needs. Yes, she is screaming right now. Yes, she is in agony. But Sally Spectra is a survivor. She is a phoenix. She has rebuilt her life from scratch more times than I can count, and she is going to do it again. I want to see Sally rise from the ashes of this pathetic relationship and take over Genoa City. I want her to team up with Adam, not even romantically at first, just as a sheer force of vengeance, and absolutely obliterate Billy's plans. I want Sally to walk into the GCAC looking like $1,000,000 and laugh in Billy's face when his Chancellor takeover inevitably fails. I want her to show him exactly what he threw away. Billy thought she was weak because she was still hurting over Adam, but he is about to find out just how strong Sally Spectra really is. Because let's be real, Billy is not a mastermind. He is a man-child playing dress-up in his big brother's suits. He thinks he can outsmart everyone, but he is driven purely by emotion and ego. Audra is the brains of this operation, and the second she realizes Billy is a liability, she's gone. Audra doesn't do loyalty. She does strategy. And right now, Billy is a useful idiot for her to get her hands on Chancellor. I know some fans are probably cheering for this because they want Sally and Adam back together. And honestly, I get it. Chadam is iconic. Ally is iconic. The chemistry between Courtney Hope and Mark Grossman is undeniable, and they belong together. But I hate that Sally had to be humiliated like this to get there. I hate that Billy got to be the one to break her heart and walk away feeling like the winner. Sally deserved better than to be discarded like trash just because Billy's ego got bruised. But that's soap operas for you, right? We love to hate it, and we hate to love it. The writers are definitely keeping us on our toes, I will give them that. I haven't been this emotionally invested in a storyline in months. I am furious. I am heartbroken. I am stressed out. And I absolutely cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow. Will Adam find out immediately? Will Lily and Kane drop a legal bomb on Billy before he can even get his feet under the Chancellor desk? How is Audra going to handle being a mother while trying to run a corporate empire? There are so many moving parts right now, and Billy is standing right in the center of the storm, holding a lightning rod and smiling. It is pure, unadulterated madness. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting? Are you team Billy and Audra, or are you hoping Adam destroys him? Let me know, because I need to vent with people who actually understand this show. Billy Abbott, you are making a massive mistake, and we are all going to sit back and watch you fall.